Every year, thousands of Brits leave the UK in search of a dream in Europe.
Look at that sunrise now, beautiful.
I could almost die and go to heaven, and this is what it would be like.
There's sunshine, scenery and a great quality of life. But all this has to be paid for.
Yes, we bought our house!
So to fund the dream...
This is part of our working day now.
Brits are jumping in and starting up businesses.
There's absolutely no way that we can host a wedding in this marquee.
On this brand new series, we follow a fresh wave of expats.
She's like a pregnant Hollywood star.
Running B&Bs and boats in Spain.
It's another day in the office.
Vineyards and villas in France.
One day you might be drinking that.
But will they make it? Or break it?
If we don't start getting bookings, it's going to be a bit of a problem.
It's going to be intense.
And will these new expats find happiness in the sun?
This could be a new life in the sun for us.
On today's show, 2 ice cream lovers start churning it out in France.
Vanilla, 8 vanilla. Trying to sell faster than he can make.
Going too fast.
8 caramel.
Sell.
But their new business faces an uphill struggle.
I've come to France to make delicious traditional ice cream with local ingredients.
Du Nutella.
And what do the children want? Nutella.
At this French Jeet complex,
There's a few little issues that we need to have a look at. I put my combat gloves on.
it's troubleshooting time for the rookie British owner.
You've got the shower chair, which lots of people would have an issue with that. Okay.
And the couple celebrating their first 3 years in Spain.
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Wow.
We really love it here,
Yeah,
so we'd like to stay here for forever.
But will a bothersome B&B renovation scupper their dream life in the sun?
It's getting to the kind of...
Squeaky bum time.
The money is getting tighter and tighter and tighter.
The Dordogne, southwest France. With 7 Michelin-starred restaurants scattered around the region, this area is a food lover's paradise. 10 months ago, Richard Brown and Eileen Draper chose this part of the world to start a new life.
Oh, smell of honeysuckle.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Running their 15-bedroom Jeet complex, La Colombière.
Would I be rather doing this at 8 o'clock in the morning or sat on the M6 in a big queue? Tough one, that.
It's fully booked now all the way through till the second week in September. We were quite surprised at how many bookings we've had so far this year, and hopefully we will still get more.
Richard and Eileen had a few niggles to solve at the start of the season, including a smelly septic tank. But their troubleshooting meant they still managed to have many satisfied customers.
We spent a very enjoyable trip in the Dordogne. The house is beautiful. We enjoy the swimming pool and the outside area.
Right, you coming to the pool then, Jess?
Yeah.
Right, let's go then.
And their latest guests seem to be settling in nicely too. Andrew and his large extended family have booked the main Jeet for a fortnight.
You going in, Cormac? That was fantastic. Look at the surroundings, the weather's fantastic. So we're having a great time. What's you gonna bomb me?
During renovations, Richard and Eileen ensured there were disabled features at the Jeet. It seems that this decision is paying off.
It has attracted people this year. You know, I think it's important to Eileen and I that we build on what we've got and able to offer that sort of access for people.
But not all of this 19th century house was built with wheelchair access in mind. And at the end of his stay, Andrew has some constructive criticism for Richard.
There's a few little issues that we need to have a look at.
Have you got a couple of minutes then just to sort of walk through sort of your issues? That'd be great.
Yeah.
Bro.
I put my combat gloves on to push, so...
As they head back to the house, guest Andrew points out his first concern.
So they got rid of some of the gravel and made a little pathway.
Yeah.
Which has worked well, but again, I'm not sure that I'd recommend it for other wheelchair users. And this little lip as well. I have to jump over it, which I'm quite capable of doing, but maybe others may not be able to do that.
Inside, Andrew also thinks the disabled access bathroom requires improvement.
You've got the shower chair. Lots of people would have an issue with that.
Would you get a seat?
A drop
Feel
down
the
seat,
drop down there?
Or, well, maybe a bit lower, which comes off the
Down
wall.
there, yeah.
And then someone could slide onto it with the handles. The key, Richard, is people like to come away, have no hassles, be as independent as they possibly can and make sure that everything's in place for them to enjoy their holiday.
Yeah. Excellent feedback. Some good tips and pointers there.
Is it warm in there, Jess?
Plenty of food for thought there.
We do like to listen to our customers because, you know, they're our bread and butter. Without customers, we wouldn't be out here in France living the life. So, you know, it's important.
And also some more work for Richard and Eileen.
For us, it's a little bit of manual labour. And actually putting a path down to the pool is quite a big undertaking, actually, so it's not going to be resolved overnight. But hopefully in the autumn over the winter, we'll address that.
With yet another set of niggles to put right, Richard and Eileen's quest for perfection carries on. Calahonda on the Costa del Sol. This southern Spanish region is a regular destination for fans of the great outdoors. From bird spotting opportunities high in its mountain ranges to below the waves with some of the best diving in the Mediterranean Sea. Brit Craig Hyatt and his Canadian girlfriend Robin left Toronto 3 months ago to come and run a new restaurant in the tiny resort of Calahonda.
In Canada, it was all right. Like, on a day off in the winter, I'd be like, ah, yeah, right, I'm not even leaving the house. It's like you're always on holiday, really. It's great. Like, I mean, what's not to like?
Business at their restaurant has been hit and miss in the last few weeks.
I did think we might be a little busier just on the strip, but during the day, though, like, there's nothing, eh? Like, just no one walks up and down the strip hardly.
To spark their new business into life, they've introduced special offers to attract customers. It's the middle of August, and just when things were looking brighter, a series of electricity blackouts have proved costly.
We had a party of 10 show up with children running wild, and all of a sudden, we're halfway through serving their meal, and the power just completely cut out, so we had nothing.
We ended up losing a table of 8, and it was a birthday, so we felt really bad. The whole power went again. We probably ended up losing, in all, probably over 300 euros, which is, you know, if you think about it, it's a third of our rent in one day that we lost.
It's Saturday night, and it's absolutely vital that the power supply doesn't fail, as tonight Robin's on her own.
Craig's away. He went to Ireland for a wedding, so it's a one-woman show. So this is the first night that I've been on my own, but I'm a little bit nervous, I have to say. But trial and error, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Robin's hired another expat, Rachel, to help her out with the service.
I don't know how you want to arrange it tonight. Do you want me to take the first order so it's easier?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting working with someone else. I'll have to not keep it all in my head and express a little bit more, delegate. We'll see how this goes.
For Robin, it's a chance to prove she can run a tight ship and cope without Craig.
Craig's like, while I'm away, you're going to do everything I don't like, aren't you? His last words to me as he was walking, he's like, don't forget the waters. Because I forget sometimes to charge for waters. I don't mean to.
So you do the early bird, are we early birds?
You're early birds. You're catching the worm. Do you want to start? This is a good time, yeah.
It's a busy start of service for Robin and Rachel.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want green asparagus.
Only
instead.
not white?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not long before there's a problem.
The power keeps slipping in the kitchen again. Is it off? Yeah.
Let's get another shot.
No, it's going completely now.
There's been another blackout.
The fridge is off.
Just turn that fridge off, please.
This one's not working, so that means the microwave's not working.
Microwave's not working.
If the problem isn't solved, Robin may have to shut the kitchen and turn away customers.
So I have to call someone.
You ain't gonna get anybody at 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, are you?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be tonight.
With no emergency electricians available, Chef Eve comes up with a plan.
So that needs to just come into this power here.
He wires the kitchen appliances to a different power supply and suddenly they're back up and running.
It's only in Spain. Half electric, half not.
Crisis averted for now, and it's just in the nick of time as it's starting to get busy on the terrace.
Potato salad. Are you going down to table 4?
Yes.
Perfect.
There's 4 tables now seated, and thankfully Eve and Saffron are managing to cope.
The electric has not affected our hard-working kitchen, and hopefully we'll get that sorted on Monday, see what the problem is. More money.
Yeah.
Hey?
Pay.
Pay.
But with the summer in full swing, Robin and Craig need to find a rapid solution to their electrical issue.
Obviously there's a problem with the electrics here, and I don't know, I'm hoping it's just a small hiccup. Stay positive.
The province of Jaén, inland Spain. This region produces the largest quantity of olive oil in the country. It also boasts pretty villages where century-old traditions are still proudly practiced, like the yearly Fiesta de la Virgen de Fátima in the village of Las Pilas de Fuente Soto.
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Wow.
It's also the new home of artists Lottie and Pete Nevin from London.
It's such a lovely part of the world, and we really love it here.
Yeah,
so we'd like to stay here for forever.
As well as running art classes, Pete, also known as Pedro, and wife Lottie are turning an old townhouse in Alcalá la Real into a B&B.
Kiko's very proud of this archway because we couldn't see that it was an archway, and so we'd taken everything down.
But earlier in the week, the main staircase collapsed, and they're now trying to rebuild it at a cost of €2,000.
I think you need it here.
The collapse of the stairs also revealed the building was put together hundreds of years ago using rubble and straw. So this means even more costly repairs.
Because you're going to come down and like, whoa! You will. Once you make a decision, yeah, there are moments where you think, was that a good decision or a bad decision? But you have to go through with it, else you're going to start cutting edges of things and it won't work.
Bravely, Lottie and Pete have decided to stick with their vision. Lottie wants an extravagant tiled staircase, but their budget is getting tight.
Quiero... what is it called?
Azulejo.
Azulejo para escalera.
And what you should look at today is what designs they've got.
Okay.
Pete is in charge of making sure Lottie's design will be implemented without going over budget.
Why don't we have a look at the book, darling?
Yeah.
Okay. Pedro's having a lot of sleepless nights at the moment because what he's done, which I think is so sweet, he's actually hidden all the bills from me, and he just says, right, we have X left in the bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay.
Okay.
Muchas
Muchas
gracias.
gracias.
To add to the pressure, the building needs to be finished before the end of June, ready for their first guests. So today, with the help of an interpreter, they're trying to speed things up with the builder.
I think now it's getting more crucial because we are really getting so close to the finish, and we just want to make absolutely sure that everyone's on track and knows what they're doing.
We want to keep everybody on the same page.
Yes, nobody wandering off.
And now we want them to be reading the same book as us as
Yes.
well. ¿Qué pasa? What we want to do today, just for our own peace of mind, we want to go through some of those details.
Timing.
Kiko.
No excuses.
Que lo va a meter ya, porque estaba terminando
2 weeks ago, he's been nagging him to get more people into work.
Yeah. So do we think that by the middle to the end of June we'll be finished?
Mediados de junio.
Middle of June.
Possibly the end.
Possible.
When we asked about the timescale and would it be finished by mid-June, there was a slight hesitation, when we said, oh, well, maybe end of June, then they obviously...
There's a bit of a sigh of relief.
Yes.
But I think the silence and the shuffling of feet and the looking down at the floor told us that...
They desperately need that 2-week reprieve.
Yeah, that it's going to be the end of June.
Yes.
But we'll all pretend that it's going to be mid-June.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hombre.
It's the most crucial part of the build, kind of money-wise, because it's pulling everything together, and it's frightening. It really is frightening now because there's not a lot left, and it's getting to the kind of
Squeaky bum time.
Because we might not look it, but we are getting very, very close to finishing this project now, and the money is getting tighter and tighter and tighter.
With just 8 weeks before their planned opening, will Lottie and Pete's B&B be finished in time?
Bye-bye.
The small market town of Tivier in the north of the Dordogne boasts a beautiful medieval centre and 12th century church and prides itself on its traditional regional foods. And down the road is the tranquil village of Vonac.
This is what we fell in love with. A tiny village with a church and a little square.
Now home to Chris Cutler from Reading and his Belgian wife of 30 years, Ariane. Last year, the IT consultant and marketing executive came to live in this 2-bedroom house to open a new ice cream company.
There are 2 ways that Brits can come out here. One is to look for business opportunities within the expat community. We didn't want to be like that. We wanted to be fully integrated into the community.
Chris makes ice cream on the ground floor of their house.
This is the heart of the business because this makes ice creams and sorbets in 5-litre batches.
There are 3 words that characterize our business: traditional, natural, and local. So with these 3 words, off I go on my tricycle selling these ice creams. So when I sell, I put on my apron and I put on my hat, and then I stand by my tricycle, and then people know I'm the ice cream seller.
As well as selling from her trike, Ariane has been trying to sell to local cafes.
Je pense qu'il n'y a pas besoin qu'il fasse chaud pour en vendre.
He's saying there's no need for it to be hot to sell these ice creams.
And they've just started supplying 5 shops in the area too.
So, an order: 8 caramel, 8 vanille, 5 fraises.
Going too fast.
Et crème.
6, 7. Right, after caramel. Come on, you're going too fast, Ariane.
Vanilla, 8 vanilla. Trying to sell faster than he can make.
Sell, sell, sell.
The first season will be crucial for Chris and Ariane as they've invested €60,000 in starting up the business. So ex-marketing executive Ariane has decided to drum up some publicity.
Okay. Yes, hi, good morning.
Hi, we're almost there.
She's hired in a camera crew to film an advert, a €250 investment which they hope will get their name out.
They're coming to film and I need to get the trike out, the tricycle.
Right, do you want me to help?
Yes. Wait. Okay, go.
Yeah?
Here they come. Hold the bike.
I'm holding the bike, dear.
Yes, come on. Down more, that's it. Ah, my foot. Okay, that's it. Yeah.
Got it. There. Easy peasy. Don't know what all the fuss is about.
Expats Dara and Tony offer corporate filming at €250 a day, but Ariane thinks it'll be money well spent.
We were delighted to move down to this wonderful little village and do what we love doing.
Elles sont naturelles, on utilise des produits, des fruits locaux, les framboises viennent de 7 km.
Now for the action shots.
That's the tricycle.
Do you cycle with it or not?
No.
Don't, okay.
No, would you like me to cycle? I will have to, because it's a...
You could come downhill.
Yeah, exactly,
Huh?
but then I can't stop.
All right, okay.
Good luck, Ariane.
It's okay to cycle on a very flat surface for a very short period, but not on hills like that, so I hope I don't fall over. See you later. Oh!
With the huge freezer on the front, the tricycle is very unstable to ride and is normally just used as a static shop.
Here we go!
Fortunately, Ariane manages to keep her trike on the straight and narrow.
All in all, a fun day. I think it was money very well spent.
But with summer around the corner, they need the advert to work to find their niche.
If at the end of season I haven't sold enough ice cream, then it's not going to work. We're not going to be able to make a living.
The Dordogne. La Colombière Guesthouse is the new home of former finance director Richard and sandwich shop owner Eileen. It's late August and the couple are preparing to host some friends who will bring along their biggest party yet.
Mike I've known for as long as my daughter, so 30 years. 30 years we've known him. So all our kids have grown up together. Mike has rented the place for 2 weeks. All his friends are dropping in and dropping out. And next Friday there'll be 36.
Yeah,
36 at its peak.
Richard's friend Mike has plans to celebrate his 60th birthday here, booking out every single room in this massive Jeet complex. And to make things even trickier for Richard and Eileen, they're on their own.
We were up at 5 o'clock this morning, getting ready. All the Jeets, just the two of us, which is the first time we've done it by ourselves.
Yeah.
The last few weeks we've had sort of friends and relatives helping us, and that's a big boon actually. It does help.
We miss them.
Come back, Rellies, all is forgiven. Is that red wine?
Looks a bit like it.
Turn it the other way.
I can't do that.
But with Richard still busy tidying up the grounds, Mike and his first guests are at the gate.
So welcome, Michael John Tate, welcome to La Colombière. How are you? Hey?
Richard.
Mr. Nelson, how are you doing, matey? We're just on my last job.
Yeah.
Right, come on in.
Very good.
This looks brilliant.
Oh, bliss. So here's the kitchen.
Oh wow, this is nice. This is good. Oh, I like this. This is terrific.
This is a great room, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it does rain on my birthday, we'll have to have a big dinner.
You can quite easily get 36 people in here and no problem whatsoever.
They seem to like the downstairs.
Come on, let's see the rest of it.
I do like the way you've dressed it, Richard.
That's
That's down to Eileen.
Yeah, it's down to Eileen, yeah.
The amount of work that has gone into this, just this Grand Maison alone, is incredible.
Yeah.
There's got to be several hundred hours in stripping off walls and paper.
A week later. And the rest of the party are here. With 36 people in the house, the place is bursting at the seams.
Everyone's been here for about 4 or 5 days. Feels like 3 weeks. So it'll be nice to have a bit of time just to organise myself in the kitchen.
So you need sort of swimming stuff on and a t-shirt, then a change of clothes when you get out and a towel, because you'll probably be wet.
To give Eileen a chance to catch up on the housekeeping, Richard's decided to take his guests away for a canoeing trip.
We're all off canoeing down the Dordogne. Probably in about a quarter of an hour we're going to try and herd the cats into the cars and get them somewhere east of here.
Organising trips for big groups of guests is something they'd like to offer in the future, so today's outing is a good dry run.
Don't drown.
See you later.
Be safe. See you later, darling.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. I'm going to do beds now. See you later.
The journey starts on the River Dordogne.
expert suntan rubber in her ear.
Good job we know each other, isn't it, really?
Absolutely.
I actually put some suntan lotion on before I came, but I thought...
The 14-kilometre journey takes them along a scenic route to La Roque-Gajac, one of the most beautiful villages in France. But has rookie tour guide Richard impressed his large party?
Richard's been a very good host. He always has been. He's that type of person. Everybody enjoys his company.
Oh, absolutely fabulous. The views are wonderful. Not so good at the canoeing. I've just headbutted myself in the paddle and nearly locked myself out, so good fun.
As they head home...
We'll see you in Bordeaux.
It's been a day to remember for birthday boy Mike.
Everyone's had a great time. It's been great, but everyone's loved it. We've all had fun.
Now goes to show that, you know, with the best will in the world, we can herd cats and get them here on time. Just about on time, just about on time. It was just a beautiful day, an absolutely cracking day.
But with a busy house for the next week and a huge birthday party to cater for, will Richard and Eileen pull off their biggest booking yet? In Calahonda on the Costa del Sol, it's been 2 weeks since Craig's trip to Ireland. And no matter how hard he and Robin have tried to fight electrical gremlins at their new restaurant, they're still suffering from power cuts.
We had an electrician even in the other day. He put in a new cable because he tested it and the cable wasn't good. So he put in a new one, and since then, one of the main sockets we use doesn't work anymore, and he was supposed to come back on Friday to fix it, and he never did.
If it's any consolation, Craig's dad Steve and stepmum Alison have been fighting against dodgy electrics at their own place for 2 years now.
But it's part of living here. The electric's still on and off.
You phone an electrician and they say, no, we're not coming, it's your dishwasher, change your dishwasher. It's like, how do you know that?
I just think that it's going to happen again, and we're getting busier, and it's just really frustrating the hell out of me, to be honest.
Fortunately, they're managing to keep the restaurant open, and it's a good job too. With the end of the summer, families on holiday have returned home, but there are plenty of couples visiting the Costa del Sol, and Craig's classy setup is proving a hit amongst them.
We've done better in September with all the couples. We've been doing really well, which I'm happy with.
To keep the regulars coming back, Craig and Robin have decided to introduce a new autumn menu from today.
It's kind of exciting. It keeps it fresh, I suppose.
Got a new menu. Well, not a whole new menu, but eight items or so. Come with cod and pancetta fish cake, pimento pate with the jalapeno jelly, Chinese five-spice marinated chicken with ginger through it.
It's a bit of a departure from the Spanish tapas available in the area.
We've got a lot of people that just come for the early birds, at least it keeps it fresh for them. Then we've changed up that, we switched out 4 items on there.
Craig and Robin will soon find out, as one of their regulars, Yvonne, is in the house tonight. What will she think of the changes?
I'm going to do the pancetta fish cake.
Excellent.
The black pepper Spanish pate intrigues me.
Lovely, very good. Excellent selection. Thank you.
Yeah, this is our pate. We made pepper pate, like black pepper. Robin made sweet red pepper and jalapeno jelly to go with it.
This could be a hit if Yvonne likes spice.
I'm going to lend you mine in a minute because this is off the new menu. Excellent. Try the Dijon. Whatever is in this jelly is divine.
Great news. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Craig and Chef Eve are working on the presentation of the next set of new dishes.
There's 2 fish cakes here. How do you want to do this? I thought about maybe going over it like that and then take that off.
I don't know, maybe just a little swirl. Like that.
I don't like that. Sorry.
The presentation might not be to Robin's liking, but what about the taste?
The when I ate my fish cake, I did find a bone. But actually, that made me feel better. Because I knew that actually this is someone who's actually pushed the fish apart, and it's just made with that little extra thought that makes it yummy.
It's another thumbs up from Yvonne, and as the terrace fills up with even more couples...
Yeah, it's a family recipe.
Is this the start of a promising autumn season after Craig and Robin's difficult summer?
We have a full terrace. It's lovely. Very nice. Hopefully this keeps up. It would be really nice. I'm pleased. I'm very pleased.
The inland Spanish town of Alcalá la Real, whose ancient whitewashed houses are less than an hour's drive from Granada.
Ed? Look at that blue sky, not a cloud, and that white. Doesn't it look just perfect?
Where Lottie and Pete Nevin are restoring this medieval townhouse to turn it into a B&B and art centre.
I do love how they do that, isn't it sweet? Little assembly line. And they never wear those hats, ever. I think they've worn them once.
It's now the beginning of August and the deadline for opening has come and gone, so they've had to cancel their first booking.
We're thinking we're so nearly there, but not quite, as the goalposts for the finish keep changing. April, May, June, July, and now we're the 1st of August.
With another 8 weeks before it's finished, they've now lost 2 months of potential business.
So wanted to get this off the ground and have, start the business by the 1st of July. And then I think about 2 weeks ago, I kind of had a moment when I just of acceptance. This isn't going to happen on time. Don't get in a state about it. Stop being so impatient and just go with the flow. This is really transformed, isn't it?
At least, though, the house is now structurally sound. The new staircase is in place and tiling has started in the bedrooms.
8 months ago was just rotten timbers, gaping holes, water pouring through, and now it's got beautiful new windows, all clean. Can't wait to put my bed in here.
Lottie and Pete had estimated the total cost of the renovation at €140,000. It now looks like they'll have to spend a further $15,000 on top of that.
Every bit of saving, every last penny, our children's inheritance, our beer money, has gone into this project. Buenos dias.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
Nice to see you. Hello, dog.
With no more money in the bank, they've come up with a radical solution.
So you want to put the house on the market?
I know. Well, I don't want to put the house on the market at all, but I think we have to. It's a bit painful because we don't want to sell it, and we were rather hoping we could hold on to it because it would be a lovely overflow for the other place, and also we have been incredibly happy here. But unfortunately, the bills have got so huge now that we are absolutely desperate. I know. It's quite different, yeah? Come through.
Estate agent Raquel has come to view Lottie and Pete's own house, which they only finished restoring earlier in the year.
She was the lady that sold the house to us, so she knows it well. She hasn't seen it for a while, so it's changed a lot since we bought it.
Remember, here was nothing, yeah?
Yeah,
They were
nothing.
just
No bathroom, no kitchen.
Nice.
Yeah?
The tiles are beautiful, huh?
Yeah, I love those tiles.
This used to be the donkey stable.
I love these because this is where they used to tie the donkey, I think. They look a bit rude, I think, but we love this room. In the winter, it is so cosy.
Are you leaving the furniture, Lottie?
No, I'm not. I need it all. I really need it for the other house.
I'm very surprised of the potential that you can have here, and yeah, that bedroom there with the room next to it, you can make an ensuite.
It would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Really easy. I'm going to take my camera and then I'm going to make some photos.
Lottie and Pete bought the house for just €38,000, but spent over $20,000 renovating it. How much will it fetch after all their work?
It definitely has charm, Lottie. I think we could get quickly someone interested.
Yeah. We mustn't be greedy. We must put it on at a price that reflects what we've done to it, but is not, you know, asking too much. That's a realistic, yeah?
It's amazing when clients buy a house with us and then after a few years they want to sell it again, and then I go in, I say, but you make such a nice place, why you want to sell it?
Estate agent Raquel has put the house on the market for €80,000 and seems confident that the house will sell.
I don't want to drill into the wall.
But Lottie, a little less so.
Not sure how long it will take to sell. It's not everybody's cup of tea, this place. You know, it hasn't got acres, it hasn't got a swimming pool, but it's really sweet. So hopefully, touch wood. Okay, darling.
Okay.
Thank you.
With their own house now on the market, €15,000 of bills to pay and a new build to finish, it's fingers crossed for Lottie and Pete.
If we could find a buyer this year, I think that would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, you can't be sentimental about it when you've got other things you want to complete. But, you know, you've got to get on, haven't you?
Yep. Onwards and upwards, Pedro.
Wow.
Honda on the Costa del Sol. It's been a tough summer for Craig and Robin, but with a new autumn menu, business is starting to boom.
We're constantly getting repeats, like constantly. It's been great. Like we've got people that own the bar here, and now they've found us about 4 weeks ago, and they seem to come every Tuesday now.
As the autumn sets in, it looks like Craig and Robin have finally found the recipe for success, as their takings increased by 35%. And there's people they're grateful to, Dad Steve and Stepmom Alison.
They've given us a lot of advice that way. It's been good that way for us. You know, them just being up the road is handy. Like, some of their advice sometimes is a little annoying. They always like to tell us how we should do things, but
that's parents and
I think that's just parents in general.
Yeah.
Sometimes he doesn't want any advice.
He's a Hyatt.
Yeah.
And he's a male Hyatt.
Yeah. And then
We know everything.
Yeah, we do. We're very lucky that way. Yeah.
But 5 months after being reunited with son Craig, Steve and Alison have some serious competition from the new kids on the block.
Tapovino definitely is going to be just as successful as the Blue Marlin.
It could even be more, because they could even take that when they get it the way they want it. They could franchise that.
We do want to open up another one or two. We do think that our business would do well in a city, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and that's maybe like a future plan, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, we'd like to have another. I know having one just isn't enough.
With Malaga and Marbella just down the road, Craig and Robin can take their pick, even though their expansion plan might have to wait another 12 months.
We're probably not going to get paid much the first year. We didn't expect to either. I mean, people come here and think they can just open a bar and just think, okay, money's going to start rolling in. Well, you know what? It doesn't, unfortunately. We're doing way better than our daily costs.
But after making a 6,000-kilometre move from Canada, it seems like Craig and Robin are here to stay.
It's a beautiful place to live. I mean, look at it. It's stunning, like, you know, and then even in the winter, you can still go do a ton of stuff because it's not minus 30 like Canada. You know, you can have a life all year round. It's not just, well, sun's out, let's go do it. You know?
The sun's always out, yeah.
The sun's always out.
Vonac in the Dordogne. Chris Cutler and his Belgian wife Ariane are now into the summer season selling ice cream.
Ice cream is about being happy, and if you're not happy making it, then you're not putting that happiness in the pot.
We'll watch this together.
Okay.
Chris and Ariane have just received their promotional video.
It was a thing of genius to do it in French as well.
It's cost them €250, but they're happy with the results.
It was quite a lot of money, and it was something that we didn't have to spend, but then marketing's like that.
Yeah, it's always like that with marketing. I think it was really worth doing, and I think it came out really well.
Chris and Ariane plan to publish their video online, and hopefully this will earn their money back. Time for Ariane to go out and try to sell some ice cream at the local swimming pool.
Chris, these two things, you hold them both together.
Yeah, I'm doing all of that.
Okay, never mind. We are not a well-oiled machine yet. J'ai Nutella, j'ai fraises et crème, j'ai un sorbet de fraises, j'ai du chocolat intense, de la vanille, de la poire.
I've come to France to make delicious traditional ice cream with local ingredients.
Du Nutella. Du Nutella.
And what do the children want? Nutella.
Ouais. Et voilà.
But just as things were starting to go well for Chris and Ariane, a health inspection has shown that their ice cream samples contain some bacteria.
This is bad news because we gave them 3 samples and 2 of the 3 samples had bacteria in it. So she wants a sample of milk and cream to see if it might be the farmer who is giving us the milk and cream that is the problem.
Although the bacteria doesn't pose an immediate threat to public health, if they don't eliminate the problem, they may be shut down.
The farmer sells raw milk and raw cream, and I pasteurise it here. I've got a small pasteuriser that does 15 litres at a time, and in theory that should kill the bacteria. Now, if it's not, then either I'm not doing it properly or there's a more fundamental problem with the product that I'm pasteurising.
Chris and Ariane are reviewing their pasteurisation method, hoping that this will root out the problem. Meanwhile, they must continue to send the authorities samples, which is also costing them cash.
How much do they charge?
It's €50 per test.
And we did 3 on Friday,
Yeah,
and we're going to
and
have to do another 2
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah. So and
we have to keep doing them until they come clear.
And come clear at €50 a pot. So it is quite a costly process. It's something we could have done without.
With further tests denting their profits, Chris and Ariane need to find the cause of their problem, and fast.
If it continues, we're going to be closed down. So it's something really urgent. On top of everything else that we're doing, this is our #1 priority now. We need to get these ice creams clean.
Next time, Pete and Lottie's Spanish casa is in chaos.
I've said to him categorically that we're moving everything in whether or not it's finished.
But will this decision be a good move?
It would take some to break it, actually. I mean, it's a monster.
Richard and Eileen have catering ambitions.
We'd like to be able to offer this perhaps once a week, and it gives a good idea of what the costings are. So this is a big test, actually.
But is their business plan dead in the water?
How much did you spend on this?
€72.
And the Cutlers fight back.
There's no way anyone's going to shut me down.
No.
I'm going to do what we need to do.
Yeah, we're going to make a success of this.
But can they keep on the straight and narrow?
Well, this time all the ice cream didn't fall out.